Hey friends, Tony here with Untethered Living. Just enjoying some time at my sister's house here in lovely, cloudy, sometimes sunny Florida. It's been kind of overcast the last 3 days since I got here. Um, and I actually flew, I didn't drive down for a whole host of reasons. I just decided to fly. But I'm here and getting ready for the Thanksgiving festivities. Got family in town and just gonna enjoy some time with family here. And I just wanted to come to you today just to set up the next video, actually the next series of footage that I have when I actually set out on the road. Gave up my apartment last December 28th, 2020. Gave up my apartment and decided to live in my van. And in fact, the day after I gave up my apartment, I set out on a journey across the country. And I wanted to actually experience Route 66. And it definitely was an experience, as you'll see coming up here. Many factors, in terms of it wasn't as detailed a footage as I wanted it, just because of the simple fact that we're in the throes of COVID. A lot of people weren't traveling, and a lot of the attractions were closed due to the fact that we were in that COVID crisis. And then you throw in the fact that it's like late December, approaching New Year's. A lot of things were closed for that reason as well too. But I still enjoyed the journey. For me, no crowds, kind of it almost had like a surreal ghost town effect in some of the places I went to. I like that. that is just something that I love. When I go to places and it's just like just overpacked with people, it kind of gives me some anxiety. I'm introverted, acting as an extrovert most of the time. I love to be around people, but where I recharge is in nature, by myself, driving across country in the van. I love that stuff. So, you'll get an abbreviated tour in my experience of Route 66. Someday, I'd love to go back. As I was driving across country and experiencing Route 66, I realized that this is something you can't do in a week, even 2 weeks. This is something, if you want to see and get the real experience, I would say at a minimum it would take a month of taking your time, getting from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica. There are so many, it's an overwhelming amount of sites. I skipped a lot of stuff just because I just didn't have time, to make that trip and experience everything I could. And in addition to the time, like I said, a lot of stuff was closed anyway, so it just wouldn't have mattered anyway. So maybe down the road, maybe a couple of years from now, maybe the work situation will be different, and I can just take time to just really slow down and see all of the sites on Route 66 and really document that process. But I just wanted to set that up because you're going to see snow, you're going to see different things, and depending on what's going on right now, there's especially in my state, we've had some snow, but it's already melted. So you might be thinking, well, what's going on there? Where's that snow coming from? So I just wanted to set that up and let you know what I was experiencing at that time in my life. Anyway, I thank you for watching today. I want to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed time with family. Hope you enjoyed getting some time to just decompress and relax. So please enjoy, and see you down the road. Hey folks, Tony here with Untethered Living. I'm actually back out where I started about several months ago at the lake right behind me. This is Lake Makaska in Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of snow today. I'm back here in this special spot to kick off a new chapter here. Actually going to start and get on the road. Today is the 27th of December, and yeah, I just moved out of my place. I still have a residence here in town, but it's just taking up some a placeholder space at a friend's place for a little bit here, and gonna test out the road for a few weeks here. People ask me, friends, family, is it safe? Safe from a standpoint of traveling in the winter, and safe from COVID. Well,
I don't think anything's perfectly safe. I definitely take some caution with the road here, but in terms of COVID, solo traveling on the road with limited human interaction is pretty much my routine today. I still go to the grocery store, I still have to get gas and different things I need to do to sustain life during this crisis. Not doing any partying or going into any huge establishments at this time. So for me to be on the road and peace and quiet by myself, it's even more isolated than my previous living situation, which I just moved out of today, where it was a converted house with a few apartments in there and people kind of close together. So I think it's even better being on the road in the van. And I think it's pretty safe. So today I'm out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm looking at actually trying to get to or close to Chicago today, because I am going to start the most famous highway in the United States, or at least I think it is, Route 66. There were songs written about it. There was a TV show actually long ago before I was around, made about Route 66 as well. So I'm going to try and document that process and travels from Chicago all the way to California, where it ends in the Santa Monica Pier. So I hope folks come along with me on this journey. I'm looking forward to it. Don't know what to expect, but again, if you knew what to expect, why would you go? So got to tighten up a few things in the van to make sure I'm roadworthy and have the ability to actually maneuver around back in there, because right now it's a hot mess. So we're going to get that together, and then we're going to get on the road. All right, I'm back at my storage unit for the last time before I hit the road. So I'm trying to figure out everything I need to be on the road with me, and it's a reality. It's a big reality, because I didn't realize. I've seen, where they have those shows for tiny living, and the person who is kind of coaching them through the process says, in their house before they've gotten to their tiny home, all right, here's the area where you put stuff that you want and stuff that you need. And then when they really break it down, the stuff that you need is like this just little small, maybe a couple boxes of things that you need in a tiny home that you can actually live with. Well, I've got more than what I need to live in a tiny home. I've got an abundance of stuff here. It's overwhelming. So I'm just trying to figure out, separate the stuff out in terms of what I'm actually going to need before I hit the road. Got to stop by the store and get a few things just to help me organize. I'm kind of in a panic right here because there's no way I can actually sleep in here right now or do work in here, just because it's just so disorganized. I'll show you the so that is pretty much packed to the gills. Maybe I could fit a little bit more stuff in my rocket box, but it's pretty much packed to the gills with stuff that I think I may need on the road. It's got tools, it's got clothes, it's got I've got my chains in there, I've got my leveling blocks in there, a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'll figure it out at some point, but I'm trying to do my best just to get as organized as possible here before I hit the road. Okay, I am on my way, finally. It's like 2 p.m. Initially wanted to be in this spot at 6:30 a.m. Oh well. Road conditions currently not too bad. I am on I-94 headed east, and my first destination is Evanston, Illinois. First time. This is my maiden voyage, folks. So this is the first time actually getting out and just kind of getting a feel for what I need readily available in my hands. I've got a big giant backpack next to me in the passenger seat. It's got pretty much a lot of my technical stuff that I need, my computers, camera, stuff like that. Still trying to figure out the situation in terms of, so in the back I've also got I've got a cooler full of food, and I've also have my dry storage for food and utensils as well too. So as I try and live in this thing or travel in this thing extensively, I learn some shortcomings. I learn some things I need to do to get more efficient. But I'm enjoying the process of learning, and what I've learned is van living, especially in a micro camper like I have, you don't have a lot of space. You gotta be very, very strategic about what you carry along with you, what you need. For me personally, right now, one of the hardest parts was packing clothes. I got rid of a lot of clothes, gave a lot of clothes away to the not the Salvation Army. We have Goodwill, so gave a lot of clothes away to the Goodwill, and then stuff that I like, but it doesn't make sense to take with me. I kind of packed that away and left it back home. So yeah, I'm learning. So far, so good. The journey is, it's exciting. It's just learning the whole process. Eventually, I like to buy some property and build a tiny house. I like minimalist living. I don't need a lot of space. I don't need a lot of stuff. I enjoy the experiences in life more so than the things in life. Sure, things are great. This van is a thing. I enjoy this, but it's a vehicle for experiencing life for me. So, and I'll go more into that my philosophy on things versus experience some point in vlogs to come. But that's basically where I'm at in life. Very happy with the experiences that I come across and people that I meet. All right, folks, the road conditions have changed. We got more snow, and we're still about 3.5 hours from our destination. So, taking it slow. Everybody else is taking it slow on the road too, so I like that. Did a brake check about a mile ago, seemed to be fine. If I start slipping on my brake checks, then I'm getting off the road, but so far so good. Tires on this vehicle are not my favorite. Then again, I'm kind of spoiled because last year I had some Blizzaks, which are the best snow tires you can find. Things are sticky in the snow. These tires, all seasons, but not my first choice, whatever. They came with the van, so I'll be buying some new tires soon, maybe next season. All right, I'm making a decision to get off this upcoming exit here, and I'm gonna call it a night. This is traffic slowed down to 35, and it's icy conditions, and I'm making a wise decision to get off the road. Yeah, I can try and push it, but how far am I really gonna get? How fast? I mean, this now is primarily my home base right now as I travel, so I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to wind up in the hospital. I'm getting off the road, man. So yeah, now I saw a sign for a hotel. Let me see if I can find a place to lodge tonight. And if I already reserved a place, but I'm sure it's a Hilton property. If I find another one, I'm sure they can switch things up for me. All right, I'll check in when I get situated. Okay, made it to my room and just getting situated. I changed out, I had another room, and then there's a family below me and I can hear them talking. So I just got into another room, and all is well. I moved from the second floor to the third floor, and I usually like the higher floors on the far end of the hallway there. And this happened to be a perfect room, a perfect setup for me. So I'm settling in, getting situated, getting ready to do some work. And I'm happy that I made the decision to get off the road. It was getting pretty icy out there. And even if I would have stayed in traffic, it probably would have been an additional 2 hours to my trip just to get to where I was going. So it didn't make sense. So I'll just hang out here, get an early start on things, and also got laundry here so I can get some laundry done. Everything I want to do. So it's just a matter of, being a little short of where I want it to be tonight, but that's fine. I get to live to see another day because I made a decision to get off the road. All right, folks, we will talk to you in the morning.